unread the picture. We're looking at the exact same picture. I'm clearly seeing white and gold. They're clearly seeing black and my eyes control it.
It's gold and white.
It's blue and black.
In 2015, one single photograph broke the internet, a simple dress, but it split the world in two. Half of social media swore it was white and gold, while the other half screamed blue and black. Families argued, friendships cracked, even scientists had to step in. Suddenly, it felt like the world had two pairs of eyes looking at the same picture and seeing completely different realities. So how come this happened? Let's break it down and uncover why millions of people couldn't agree on the color of a single dress. A dress, nothing more than a dress, tore the world into two sides, white and gold, blue and black. Families argued, friendships cracked, and social media exploded with disbelief. How could millions of people look at the exact same picture and see two completely different realities? The answer lies deep inside your eyes and even deeper inside your brain. First, let's strip this illusion down to the biology. Your eyes aren't cameras. They don't capture reality as it is. Instead, they're filled with tiny cells called photoreceptors. Two main types, rods and cones. Rods detect brightness, light and dark, while cones detect color. You've got three kinds of cones, one tuned to red, one to green, and one to blue. Every color you've ever seen comes from some mix of signals from these three cone types. But here's the catch. Those raw signals don't mean much on their own. They're just electrical impulses. Your brain has to interpret them, and that's where the trouble begins. Light is messy. It's always bouncing, scattering, changing. The color of an object depends not only on the object itself, but also on the light shining on it. A white shirt under a golden sunset doesn't look the same under the cold blue glow of a street lamp. If your brain took those colors literally, the world would look completely unstable every time the lighting changed. So, the brain cheats. It uses a process called color constancy, a kind of automatic correction filter. Your brain looks at the surrounding light, compares it to your past experiences, and then decides what color something should be. Most of the time, this trick works perfectly. A strawberry looks red whether you're indoors or outside, but sometimes the system breaks, and that's exactly what happened with the dress. The photograph was poorly lit and overexposed, meaning the brain didn't have enough context about the surrounding light. Was the dress in shadow under a cool blue light? Or was it in bright daylight, washed in yellow tones? With no clear answer, different brains made different guesses. If your brain assumed the dress was in shadow, it subtracted away the blue light and left behind white and gold. If your brain assumed it was in bright light, it subtracted away the yellow tones and left blue and black. Neither side was wrong. Each brain was doing what it was designed to do, making its best guess at reality. But the story doesn't end with the eye. The deeper twist is that your past shapes what you see in the present. Think about it. The human brain doesn't just rely on the light hitting your retina, it uses your personal history. The colors you've seen most often, the lighting environments you've grown up in, even your sleep patterns. All of it trains your perception. People who spend more time in natural daylight, where the brain constantly corrects for the yellow tones of the sun, were more likely to see the dress as blue and black. Their brains subtracted the yellows, leaving the darker shades behind. Meanwhile, people used to artificial indoor lighting, heavy with blue tints, tended to see white and gold. Their brains subtracted the blues, leaving the golden glow. Two different backgrounds, two different brain assumptions, one viral war. And here's the strange part. Once your brain makes its decision, it's almost impossible to convince it otherwise. Stare at the picture for hours, argue with friends, even learn the real answer. Your brain locks in. That's because perception isn't just sight, it's belief. The brain doesn't want to rewrite reality. Scientists call this a perceptual set. It's like mental inertia. Once your mind settles on an interpretation, it resists change, even if new information arrives. That's why two people could look at the same photo side by side, explain their reasoning to each other, and still walk away thinking the other must be insane. And this is where biology meets psychology. The dress became more than a piece of clothing. It became proof that what you see is not the same as what someone else sees, even if you're looking at the exact same object. But here's where it gets even stranger. This isn't just about that one dress. The same science explains dozens of illusions that break the internet. Ever seen the spinning dancer? Some people swear she spins clockwise, others see counterclockwise. These aren't accidents. They're windows into how fragile our perception really is. Biologically, it comes down to how the brain fills in gaps. Your eyes and ears don't give you a full picture of reality. They give you fragments. The brain has to guess the rest. Usually, those guesses keep you alive, quickly spotting a predator in the dark or adjusting to sudden changes in light. But sometimes those guesses clash with someone else's, and that's when we realize just how slippery truth can be. In the case of the dress, we now know the actual garment was blue and black. That's the factual, physical answer. But millions of people never saw it that way, and some never will. So, which is the truth? The objective fabric color, or the perception locked inside your brain? That's the core of the mystery. Our senses aren't perfect cameras or microphones. They're filters, constantly bending reality through experience, biology, and belief. So how come something as simple as a dress could divide the entire planet? Because it revealed a truth we rarely face. Reality is shared, but perception is personal. And once you question your own eyes, you start to wonder what else can't be trusted.